What's up, everyone? We're back and talking about XRP, and look at this one-day chart right here. We're parked at $2.87 as of this morning. So XRP actually climbed past $2.90 earlier, and the whole community was going absolutely crazy, like, finally, this is what we've been grinding for. But guys, pump the brakes. We're not quite breaking out yet. Don't get me wrong, XRP printed green today, but check this out. Pull back to that 7-day time frame and you'll notice we're still kind of dancing in this range between $2.85 and $3, basically holding our breath for that next explosive leg up. Bitcoin though, man, Bitcoin was looking beautiful today as well. We're back above $123,000, baby. And look, I just want to see Bitcoin keep marching higher because here's what happens. It becomes the locomotive that pulls every other coin up the mountain with it. Plus, it gives us way better clarity on exactly when alt season's about to explode. But right now, mainstream media is absolutely drowning in these Bitcoin maximalists, pumping that Bitcoin story nonstop, desperately trying to lure in that final group of retail money into Bitcoin so they can dump their bags and use those people as their exit liquidity. It's literally the same playbook every single time. Bitcoin smashes a new all-time high and boom, they've got to keep that hype train rolling full speed, push the narrative, keep Bitcoin flying, get everyone piling in so the smart money can take profits. But here's what's really happening. Altcoins are coiling up for the next parabolic explosion. 2017 minted millionaires, 2021 crowned legends, 2025. We're about to witness dynasties being born. That wedge pattern you're seeing, that's not just some random chart noise, that's your wake-up call. Expansion is literally around the corner. Ignore this setup and you're basically ignoring your own bag's potential. And man, I absolutely loved that post because what's brewing right now is going to make 2017 and 2021 look like warm-up acts. We're talking about a whole different level here, people. This is literally the first time in history we're going to see institutional money, like serious Wall Street money, pouring into crypto at this scale. The coming months are going to be nothing short of insane. And guess what? Dart Defender is incredibly bullish on XRP as well, dropping this chart that's been catching everyone's attention. Real talk. Dart Defender has been nailing these calls. He even mapped out this exact pullback we're watching unfold right now, this little breather before the next explosive move higher. And when that move hits, we're looking at prices rocketing past $3, potentially landing anywhere between $3.66 and $4.50. But yo, once we punch through that $4 level, that's when the real party starts. I'm genuinely pumped to watch how much money floods into XRP at that point. You're experiencing FOMO right now, aren't you? The mainstream story right now is XRP can never break $4, it's topped out. Total garbage, my friends. They're feeding you that narrative so you'll either avoid XRP entirely and just hold Bitcoin or get spooked out of your position and jump into whatever shiny object they're promoting next. The XRP setup right now. It's literally chef's kiss perfect. Crypto millionaire threw down the gauntlet and said, "Show me a chart with more juice than XRP." And you know what? It's beyond bullish. And I'm totally on board with that. Like, the setup we're witnessing here is absolutely mind-blowing, no exaggeration. Now here's where it gets crazy. Once XRP actually kicks into gear and starts breaking out, buckle up because it's gonna be wild. So ridiculously violent, you're gonna see this explosive move shooting to the upside when it starts popping off. That first initial surge upward, it's always something absolutely spectacular to witness, and then boom, everybody and their grandma starts debating how high XRP is going to skyrocket. Are we looking at $50 plus per XRP, maybe even higher? But listen, the big catalyst, what I believe the major early catalyst is going to be, still those ETFs, hands down. That's going to be your real price mover in the beginning. You stack that together with regulatory clarity, ISO adoption, and everything else, and suddenly you're staring at the perfect storm scenario for XRP, my friends. But here's the wild part. Nothing's changed with the chart fundamentals. Even though people keep complaining like, why is the price still under $3? Why is XRP still sitting under $3? You want to know what? Here's the real deal. We're still dancing to Bitcoin's tune right now. When Bitcoin dumps hard, eventually the rest of the market follows suit and dumps too. But that won't last forever, trust me. XRP occasionally starts breaking out independently without Bitcoin, and I'm sitting here waiting to see if that magic happens again. Because I honestly think tons of people are going to position themselves into XRP before those ETFs drop. We could witness insane money flowing in throughout the remaining October weeks. We're talking breaking 2 trillion total. Citibank literally just announced live on CNBC that Bitcoin's going to keep climbing for the next 12 months straight. Listen to this.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think going into late 26, your forecast for Bitcoin and Ether are pretty good, yes?
Not mine, but our team's. Yeah. So we're looking for continued follow through there. It kind of comes back to your discussion earlier on how to think about your alts in terms of gold and crypto. And I think your commentary is spot on there. I mean, I think we just have to allow that. You have a very aggressive momentum-driven equity market, and so I think people don't want to miss that. So you're looking for your hedging opportunity, and the way we see it, in addition to central bank buying, as you mentioned, I think that those two asset classes become hedges of choice as you're trying to navigate this ongoing strength, highly valued but momentum-driven equity market.
Look, I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I disagree with him 100%. Here's what I really think. Bitcoin's going to hit its peak most likely by the end of 2025. Now, here's the interesting part. I don't think we're going to see Bitcoin crash as hard this time around, and you want to know why? Because there's a ton of institutional money just sitting there in those ETFs. But here's where it gets really exciting. Once those spot XRP ETFs actually go live, I think we're going to see a massive shift. A lot of that money's going to flow straight from the Bitcoin ETFs right into the XRP ETFs. Same exact thing with the Ethereum ETFs too. I genuinely believe a lot of that capital will move beyond Ethereum as well. And think about it, these institutions, they're always hunting for something fresh, something new, something they haven't been able to get their hands on before. And that's exactly what the XRP ETFs are going to deliver. It's breaking out of the Bitcoin box. It's stepping away from that tired, recycled story we've all heard a million times. And that's exactly why I'm convinced they're going to completely dominate the game. I'm talking about outperforming both the Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs, no question. But here's the thing, and I'm being real with you right now. I just don't see this crazy bull run stretching all the way to the end of next year for Bitcoin. Mark my words though, more crypto millionaires are about to be minted. That's practically a done deal. Just wait and see. Listen up to this.
Well, the rise in Bitcoin recently helped create another 70,000 crypto millionaires. That's just over the past year. There are now 240,000 people with crypto holdings worth $1 million or more. That's according to a new report from Henley & Partners and New World Wealth. There are 450 crypto centimillionaires. Those are folks with $100 million or more in crypto, and 36 crypto billionaires. The price of Bitcoin more than doubling, of course, over the past year, and the total market cap of all crypto has increased by over $2 trillion. So how much of that is going to be spent? Well, new research by a group of economists found that for every dollar gained in crypto wealth, crypto investors spend about 10 cents. So that would equate to about $200 billion in additional spending this year.
They actually think crypto millionaires are going to fork over 10% of everything they've got. And dude, just wait until you see the absolute tsunami of millionaires that XRP is about to pump out. Listen up, people. They love spinning this whole narrative that Bitcoin's the only ticket to millionaire status, yeah? But real talk, we're about to witness a ton of folks crossing that $1 million threshold. And guess what? They're holding XRP too, and yo, I need to play this one section of the clip for you because this guy breaks down exactly why people are going to keep hodling through thick and thin. Listen to this.
They are really holding on right now because they think prices are going to go higher. And they can't borrow much against crypto. So they really have to sell their positions, and that's something that I think lenders are going to have to start working on.
Right. And if they do sell, I know you pointed this out this morning, they're likely to do so in an area where they're not going to get taxed to death on it. Yep.
Yeah, so when this study looked at the crypto populations, and they found they're most concentrated in low-tax states, which is not surprising for many reasons. But you look at who the beneficiaries would be. It's Texas, it's Florida, it's Tennessee, it's the Sun Belt states that have seen big population growth, especially younger population growth, that don't like to pay taxes.
I mean, it's creating a lot of wealth. I was going to say we should look Bitcoin millionaires, Nvidia millionaires, like
gold millionaires.
Gold millionaires.
I mean,
now,
the thing about gold and crypto
year.
is interesting. Gold millionaires, that's a $20 trillion market cap for gold. That's created wealth too, but they tend to be an older cohort, so they don't spend as much of their wealth as the younger cohort. You know, crypto millionaires are a younger group, so they like to spend, and they spend previously a lot on lifestyle stuff. Cars, watches got a big benefit during the last cycle. This time, they're older, they're starting families, they're having kids, and so real estate is really the play right now.
It is interesting. You have these two cohorts, one very risk-averse, you would argue, in gold, risk-tolerant in Bitcoin, and they both crushed it.
They're both, gold actually doing better than crypto
exactly.
right now, but both having a very good year so far.
Look, some states are definitely going to cash in on this too, but here's what I'm seeing. The majority of crypto holders, they're holding on to their coins for dear life right now. And can you blame them? The potential we're looking at with crypto today, especially with something like XRP, this is next level stuff. We're talking about the actual future here. Money zipping around the entire planet 24/7. So tell me, why on earth would you dump that? Just to get some boring US dollars back? Yeah, some people are rushing for the exit, but anyone who really understands what's sitting in their wallet, they're not going anywhere. Plus, and this is huge, passive income is right around the corner for us. XRP price prediction, 2025, XRP news today, and apparently AlphaPep is the hottest crypto pre-sale right now. Have you noticed they always manage to squeeze a random meme coin into these XRP articles? That's always confused me, but I'm pretty sure it's because someone's paying them good money to push specific meme coins. They're out here saying XRP's bullish target by December is just $5. Oh man, just wait until those ETF inflows start rolling in. Listen to me. It takes surprisingly little capital to really move XRP's price up. And another thing, why does nobody ever bring up the market cap multiplier in these pieces? You ever wonder about that? It's painfully obvious why. They absolutely don't want you thinking XRP could hit double digits. They're still gatekeeping you from XRP. That's the whole narrative outside our XRP community. XRP and Ripple, did you catch how much capital flooded in over the last 48 hours? Absolutely shattered records for them. This info is coming from Patrick Beta. Take a listen.
What a great point. ACH is younger than Wire, yet Wire is faster. So you're saying
with 10 warnings on it. When you click here, the other bank's going to get it. Be sure it's a bank.
Yeah, but you got guys, you hear Ripple, XRP, Swift, what that could do, and you saw how much money was put into Ripple just in the last couple of days. Record-breaking for them as well, XRP. So what is your thoughts with that?
Yeah, I think that Swift is a very antiquated system, and it's funny how it's actually like a messaging device where you say, hey, we're sending you over X amount of money, like, okay, then the bank adjusts accordingly. So it doesn't actually send money as far as I understand it. But all the stats I've seen on how fast Ripple could do it, or any of the others that are competitors for that, they could do it much faster, much more cheaply. And that's really the pain point of replacing that system, is because you can't send money, a large amount of money, to somebody in another place in the world instantly right now.
You're not alone. A lot of people are thinking that. A lot of people.
You know what really gets me excited? They're finally being transparent about Ripple's true potential. We're talking about actually kicking Swift to the curb. That's precisely why investors keep flooding into this thing. Everyone can see the Swift system is basically held together with duct tape, and nobody's just blindly gambling here. Trust me, this rabbit hole goes way, way deeper. Yeah, Ripple taking down Swift is massive, but hold on, there's so much more cooking. Institutions are jumping onto the XRP ledger like crazy. Gaming innovations are rolling in. We've got micropayments happening, tokenized assets everywhere. The whole picture is way bigger than just this Ripple Swift battle royale. Seriously, 2025 feels like a totally different universe compared to those wild 2017, 2018 days. All right, breaking news coming in hot. The US government shutdown is apparently going to drag on for nearly 24 days. Yeah, almost a full month, folks. Started October 1st. Now check this timing out. Spot XRP ETF decision deadlines. They're sitting between October 18th and 25th. Interesting coincidence, right? All those spot XRP ETFs potentially approved October 25th. Look, I honestly have no clue what's going down with those ETFs. Does anyone actually know what's happening right now? Are we looking at delays stretching into November, or does everything kick back into gear the second the government reopens? And Paul Atkins, is he about to put these ETFs on the fast lane because Eleanor Tourette broke it down for us, right? Spot ETFs are their own beast. They need that official SEC green light. So we're basically in wait and see mode here. Here's something wild though. Jerome Powell's still giving his speech today, shut down or not. The man's got things to say. And guys, whatever comes out of his mouth today, total game changer for crypto. We could witness an absolutely massive breakout, like the kind that makes you check your portfolio 3 times. But here's the reality check. If he drops bad news, crypto could tank hard too. I need you mentally prepared for either direction this goes. Honestly, I'm crossing my fingers he mentions rate cuts because that would send crypto to the moon. Check out what's happening with XRP right now. Yeah, we're chilling at $2.87, but don't let that fool you. XRP is coiled up and ready to explode. Most people totally miss this. They're sitting there thinking, this is never gonna move. Why do I keep holding XRP while it bounces around doing basically nothing? But here's what they don't understand. When that breakout finally triggers, you'll forget every boring day you waited. Mark my words, XRP is about to create millionaires this bull run. Until that magic happens, keep your patience strong and your vibes positive. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this one. Appreciate every single one of you watching. See you in the next video. Have an incredible night.